Hey guys, Jessica here. Today I'm going to be talking about how much you should have saved up by the time you graduate from college. We're going to be pulling up the numbers, seeing where others stand, and my hope with all of this is that by making the topic less taboo, it really helps you and all of us level up on our personal finances. First of all, why are we doing this? Honestly, we think it's time that people got a lot more transparent with each other, and not just in the generalities, but really getting into the specifics. I know it can be super awkward, but it can be really game-changing to be more vulnerable with each other, to share tips and tricks, to talk about salaries and be able to benchmark with each other whether or not, we're being fairly compensated. If you think about it, that's the thing that's keeping the big institutions with the upper hand. They have tons of data that you and I don't have access to, and it's only by being more open that we can really change the system. That's why we're making this video, to really help you benchmark. And especially if you're a junior or senior in college, this is the exact right time to start thinking about this stuff. I guarantee you, just by getting started, it will make you richer by tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in the future. And it's not hard. It's just about getting started. So jumping into it, the College Investor blog has a great post about this, which I'll link to in the description below. Basically, for a new college graduate, the average net worth is negative $39,915. So the average college grad has a negative amount of money saved up. Okay, that's not entirely true. To calculate net worth, you have to take your total assets, so things like the money that you have in checkings accounts, savings accounts, investment accounts, minus the amount of debt you have, so things like student loans. And for the average college graduate, that's a big negative number. What I want you to take away from this is that if you're graduating college with a ton of student loans, don't worry, it's normal. College is a big investment, and hopefully it'll pay off way more than the cost of those student loans in the long run. But negative is negative, and knowing your net worth specifically is the first step to be able to turn that into a positive number in the future. According to the College Investor blog post, the average millennial gets to positive net worth within 10 years, so by the time that they turn 30. One other thing, the average new grad salary. The latest information that we have here is for the class of 2019, which is roughly $50,000 a year. You can get even more granular data if you go to your college's website or newspaper and finding out what the starting salaries are for new grads from your school. So for example, for Harvard, the class of 2017, the average new grad salary was about $70,000 a year. Getting back to the US as a whole, what I love about this blog post is that it also gives what it calls a high achiever net worth. And so for high achievers, it recommends targeting having a net worth of $28,915 by the time that you graduate. Is that possible? Definitely. And tons of our customers at Untitled prove this out. So if you get student jobs and you stay away from high interest debt and you get internships and you make sure you don't let your student loan interest capitalize, all of these things, we've seen customers come through with $50,000, $80,000 saved up by the time that they graduate. But I would caveat that that's actually not the goal, to have a ginormous number in your checking account or savings account by the time that you graduate. By graduation, I would actually argue that there are two main goals that are more important. The first one, which you probably already have a sense of, is to try to get to clarity and conviction around the career that you want to have after school. And the only way you can do that is by having a wealth of experiences while you're there. And so when you're going for internships, it's okay not to go for the ones with the highest pay, so long as you have the opportunity to try out that dream job that you were thinking about or that unpaid internship. All of these things are okay if it can put you closer to the path of figuring out what you want to do after school. And if you can do that, you'd be way ahead of so many people. The second goal is to set up a financial foundation, not even, building on top of it just yet. And what I mean by this financial foundation is that you have an understanding and you start opening up accounts that can allow you to hit the ground running when you do actually graduate and get a job that pays you a lot more. So two main things on this. The first one is to start building credit. And what I mean by this is that you have one credit card that you're managing super well, that you're on top of, you understand, and that you're paying always on time and in full every single month. And ideally speaking, you even have two credit cards that you're managing really well. And the second one is to set up a Roth IRA, or individual retirement account. So even if you can only put a few dollars in here, just having this account open, understanding a little bit about how it works, about how markets work, is going to be super key for the future. Especially because while you're in college, it's likely that your tax rate is super low. And any money that you're able to put in this account is going to be hugely tax advantage into the future. And that's it. I hope this was helpful. And honestly, if you're even watching this video, you're already hugely ahead. So please smash that like button and subscribe for more financial optimizations. We're a startup on a mission to take the personalized tax and financial optimization strategies of the rich and make it available completely for free. If you want us to take a look at your specific situation and how to optimize, sign up on our website. I've linked to it in the description below. We do it completely for free. Also, last thing on this topic, as you're graduating, you also want to be aware of all the possible personal finance mistakes to avoid. I did a talk on this topic not that long ago. I got super candid about all the mistakes that I made in my 20s. So I'll link to that here. People found it super helpful. I hope you guys do too. And that's it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And until next time.